Hi, and welcome back to Real Doofs. It's been a bit. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm Drew.
I was going to say, that wasn't even our normal intro.
Let it roll. Let it roll. It's
I'm
been
Brian.
too long. I'm Drew.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Laura.
And this is our movie pop culture podcast, and it's been a hot minute, y'all. You're probably like, for the 7 of you who have been listening to us, you're like, where'd Real Doofs go? Like, back in March was the last time we released something, maybe March or very beginning of April.
Yeah.
We're back, baby. So Laura got arrested.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm just jumping right in. No, how you guys doing? Good to see you.
Good, been busy. We've all been busy.
Yes.
But glad to be
so
back.
Busy.
Took a little, I was going to say summer break, but spring/summer break.
Yeah. We needed a little hiatus to work some things out. Also, it's been so long. I should have asked before we started recording, is my mic level okay? Am I too loud? Am I okay? I haven't touched this computer in 3.5 months. I don't know if things reset. I just did a new update. Like, am I good? I'm not clipping on my end.
It came in a little hot in the beginning.
Okay.
You clipped a little at the beginning, but this volume's great.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing any clips right now, so just making sure. But my excitement level is way up.
Yeah, through the roof.
Yeah. So let me just we'll give you a little update about a couple of things. So Brian probably has the biggest update to say. So I would rather follow up with boring stuff and let Brian start off with the bigger stuff. Brian, what have you been up to?
The bigger thing? Okay.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not?
Yeah, so I moved from the East Coast to Arizona. At some point, I don't remember what dates are anymore. I think in June, I drove cross country to get here. So this is like a move for my job sort of thing. So all my stuff went with a moving company, but me and my wife and my 2 dogs and my brother-in-law all hopped into my little Santa Fe and drove across the country. And it was the coolest thing I've ever done. There were parts of that trip that when I was planning them, I was like, oh man, this is a really touristy thing to do. Like we did Niagara Falls.
Nice.
And I was like, it feels like I have to do this because we're driving through. But like going on the actual boat tour and being under the falls was like hands down top 10 experience in my life. Like that was the coolest thing. And I was fully expecting it to be like a cheesy, and like you have to exit through the gift shop and stuff. And like that part of it definitely is really touristy.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. And we saw Chicago and Denver, and I did the Arches National Park hike with a friend of the pod, Chris, who's been on a couple episodes. He was like, Arches is real easy, man. You just park and you walk to the big rock. And it's like 600 feet elevation. And it is miles of that. So I was like in a car for 2 weeks, zero prepreparation on hiking. Don't really have hiking gear with me because
Utah, right?
I'm in my sneakers.
It's hot, right? Utah?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. It was desert. It was over 100 degrees. I'm in my New Balance sneakers and just like cotton shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm like, we're doing it. And also I'm like terrified of heights and stuff, and there were parts of that were like extra scary, but it was still really cool to do. We got there, we got back down, and then made it to our home, which is in the like Phoenix Valley area of Arizona. So we've been here for just about a month. I'm finally all set up and ready to podcast again.
Nice.
So yeah, no, I'm excited to
when you went
be here and be done.
When you went on what was it, the Niagara Falls, when you went on the boat, like where were the dogs?
Oh, so we booked. They were in the boat. They did.
So I was like, I saw a picture with 3 of you on that boat. Where were the dogs?
They're really good swimmers. No, we broke a lot of Airbnb rules along the way.
Okay,
because I did not check a ton of the guidelines before I left, and as it turns out, a lot of them, even though they say they're dog friendly, are like, yeah, but you can't ever leave dogs here by themselves.
What?
But Yeah,
But you did.
which is bullshit. So
A lot.
I did it anyways. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Verbo.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor. Clearly not a sponsor of the pod. Yeah, we because we had to do that in like every location if we wanted to plan a thing to do.
Yeah.
And we like took them on some parts of the trip, but like even Arches, I just kind of assumed that they'd be able to do some of it with us because I was under the assumption it was park and walk to a rock, not 600 feet elevation. But like dogs are not allowed in Arches National Park.
I would say
So,
most national parks don't allow dogs. Yeah.
Really?
which makes sense. That's way
Yeah.
too treacherous of like a hike for dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, that would not have been great. But yeah, so we just like left them in the Verbo. We got them some treats along the way. They're really well behaved dogs. We had a little like house cam that I could hook up to my Google Home like network. So I just like as soon as we got to a new Airbnb would like set that up in the living room, connect it so we could like watch them while we were out doing stuff.
Nice.
But they did great. The hardest stop was Chicago because we stayed in downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
And like walking a dog there is just a nightmare because there's no patches of grass. So we had to like, luckily we stayed really close to Lincoln Park in Chicago. So we like took them there and sang a bunch of Lincoln Park songs along the way.
Oh, that's
I love
cool.
that.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, we're glad that you got there safe, bud, but we're mad that you left.
I know. We're very sad.
You gotta come visit, swim in my pool. I've been
Yes.
like learning how to take care of a pool while I've been here.
I thought you were
It's
going
like
to
a
say I'm learning how to
science
swim.
Yeah, I thought so too, and I was kind of excited. to
Oh,
hear
learning
where
how
that
to
was going.
swim. Never been in water
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Um,
It's wet. I don't
but
like
you
it.
gotta like put acid. You gotta put acid in the pool, which is
It's a
wild.
whole
I didn't know
science
that.
experiment.
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, I've never watched anybody take care of a pool. I just like you just dump bleach in there, right? But you
Yeah,
a
who's
whole
telling you need to put
acid
acid in a
pH
pool?
Yeah,
balance thing.
I don't know if we want to come
Yeah.
visit and go swim in your pool.
Yeah,
You gotta put a little bit of acid to balance the
you
pH.
gotta have
It's,
a little acid in
muriatic
your
acid.
pool.
You
Come
gotta
on,
have a little
guys.
acid in your pool.
If you don't have acid in
I
your
gotta
pool,
tell you,
you're
it-
not living. And he's not talking about like sulfuric acid. He's talking like fuck you up like on a
Yeah.
trip acid.
Yeah, it's
He's like, I just dropping tabs in the
muriatic
pool.
acid. Yeah, it's a full LSD, full LSD pool.
We get out, we're like, why is the sky purple and yellow, man? And leaking. Brad's like, oh, it's my acid pool. Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
my god.
Cool, man. Laura, do you want to go? You want me to go or?
I can go. I don't have much, but I was traveling a lot, so I was in Alaska for 3 weeks on a
Mhm.
cruise. So started in Seattle, did I think like 9 stops in Alaska and then 2 stops in Canada.
Wow.
It was the best trip I've ever been on. Incredible.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Definitely like a once in a lifetime thing. I will tell everyone now, if you ever have a chance to go see anything in Alaska, I would highly recommend it. The
That's cool.
most interesting part to me was that I did not know that it's like a rainforest. It's the second largest rainforest in the world, I think. The largest rainforest in
Whoa.
like the US, Canada. So it just is raining. I think most of the places that we went said is it rains like 250 days a year.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not what I think of when I think of, but we're
Yeah,
going
of
on the
course.
very like southern part of Alaska, not way up in like the tundra of
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure. But that still
Um,
seems higher up than like where normally I think of rainforest. being.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was,
That's
but
wild.
so like when we first got there, it was not the visuals that I was expecting. But then we did things like we took a helicopter, landed on a glacier, took a train that went up into like the Yukon territory.
That
from
train ride was sick.
Oh, it was so cool. You like started off and it looked like, New England, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's just a whiteout in the middle of a snowstorm with like
Oof.
3 feet of snow.
I was showing Logan
Wow.
that though some of the videos you were doing
Yeah.
because he's obsessed with trains, and he was just like, "Let's go." I'm like, "No, that's not a train that's
Yeah.
close to us."
it.
That was
some
some
of the-
Snowpiercer shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. And honestly, I was like, how are they letting us stand outside the train just on this little rinky thing with barely a guardrail up? And I'm like, they're just letting you hang out. You just look down and it's an absolute cliff that is pretty wild. So yeah, so that was like my main.
I think I sent you yuck like 3 different times.
Brian just kept saying yuck to all of my gorgeous pictures.
Of course. Oh, that's funny.
But now knowing that you're afraid of heights, that like makes sense. That makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Helicopter rides and train rides on the side of a cliff are not for you.
Oh, yeah, I think you had like a Space Needle one or something. You were,
very high
up there. And then there's like the drinking the glacier water. I was like, gross. No.
There are things in there that have been frozen for millions of years.
They say it was the cleanest water you could drink. It was like 10 million years old or something. I don't know. But hey, I'm doing fine now.
Just makes me think of The Water Boy with Adam Sandler, where he's got the glacier water. No? Either of you? No. Oh, yeah.
I've never seen it.
Have to add that to
Well, yeah, list. I know you haven't seen it, Brian, but I thought Laura would have seen it.
I know parts of it, but not that one.
Yeah.
But I am glad that I did the Space Needle before I watched the new Final Destination movie.
Yeah.
Because the whole beginning part is pretty much very Space Needle like, and we know how Final Destination goes. So if I had saw that before, I don't know if I would have been going up that elevator.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
Very cool.
So that's my update. Did a few other trips to where Brian is now, but not overlapping when he was there, unfortunately. But
yeah. But soon.
And no concerts really for me this summer yet.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been
so weird.
There's not much going on. It's a pretty lame concert summer.
Yeah.
I am going to see Nelly next weekend, though.
That's good.
Nelly and Ja Rule.
So now, how was Creed last night?
I did not go to Creed.
Whoa!
No,
I thought you might have.
No.
I was about to get so excited.
Nostalgia. Yeah. I also. I've been traveling really around towards like East Windsor, Windsor Locks, Windsor,
nice,
Manchester, all these areas, like
Costco.
Just seeing a lot of cool stuff. South Windsor, whoa, just seeing the sights. But no, honestly, I don't really go anywhere or do anything, and I'm fine being hermited in my house. But I did turn 40 recently.
Yes.
And that was a pretty cool week. I just took a week off to kind of relax and saw a couple movies. I watched some TV shows. I had a little shindig, and this was my favorite part. I had this tiny little party, and I was like, all right, usually like it's just my family that goes and maybe one friend or two. Like I don't make a big deal about it. I was like, it's 40. I'll extend this invites out a little bit. So I asked a handful of people, like literally 10 max. I didn't ask more than that. I was just like, hey, do you want to come by? It's really late notice. It's 4th of July weekend. Like you probably got things going on. No worries. And like half of the people were like, you got it. Laura, one of the people, you got it. Laura shows up. Literally no one else showed up. Like no one else that was like, you got it, Drew. I'll be there. Like my family members showed up, and Zachar, friend of the pod, showed up, and my buddy Mario. Like that's literally like that was it. Somebody I invited lives down the street and was like, yeah, I'll make it. I was like,
way to call her out.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't say if it was a man or a woman. No, but so it was honestly very chill, and I was happy. I told Laura too. I was like, I honestly didn't think you were gonna show.
Laura's like, true.
I said I would. I was like, I know, but like, I don't have friends anymore. So I was like, so it was nice, but it was super chill. And I had a good time, and then I had to.
Realizing we need to have more guests on the podcast because Mario said he wants to do one.
Yes, yeah.
I think Zachar said he wants to do another one.
Yeah, so. Jeff wants to do another one. Yeah. Mario wants to. And I know there's a couple things he would be very good at. Mario, my buddy Mario is the guy who got me into like a lot of art house and very interesting films. And yeah, he's got a good sense of humor. So he's a good guy. And Jeff, we know Jeff, he's just crazy, so he'll be good. But that's what I got. So the fun thing was though, we've been having this running tradition. I don't want to call it a gag, it's a tradition, where it comes to our birthdays, where we have Brian. I don't know if Brian's frozen or not. He is just looking very okay. He is so still,
So
very
stoic.
statuesque. Yes, I didn't know what was happening, but so for the past year, this is our second year doing this, but we've come up with this sort of just fun little thing for our birthdays, and it started last year where Laura's birthday was coming up, and we wanted to do something nice, and we were like, "What is Laura like?" We're like, "Oh, Laura really likes this, or not likes this person, but likes this like character, basically from this what do you call it, a reality TV show?" Yeah. I almost called it Love Island, but whatever. It's like Choose Your Match. What's it called again?
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Boom. So if you remember, if you listened, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but we found that this person was on Cameo, and we were like, let's do a cameo for Laura of this person. And then Brian and I had this slight giddy, like toddlery boy moment where we were like, what do we say in the description for this person? Do we tell them actual details about Laura, or do we get a little creative? And we decided to go the creative route, and we mixed in. Now we've got two of Laura's favorites, Dirty Dancing and this guy, Shane from Love is Blind. Yeah. So we told Shane, we fibbed a little. I mean, still, here's the thing. Regardless if it was a fib to Shane, it brought us joy. And that's what the whole point of a cameo is.
Yeah.
So we fibbed and said that Laura was going to Dirty Dancing camp. She was going to be learning the final scene in Dirty Dancing. And Shane ate it up. He loved it. And he sent Laura this awesome message. Cut to a couple months later, Laura and I are like, we got to get Brian a cameo. And we wrestled with different thoughts. We were like, Paula Deen. Brian likes cooking. Let's do Paula Deen. And I was like, well, maybe not so much for the racism, but like maybe like something else. And then we're like, what about a random wrestler? That'd be funny. Or what if we just had Darth Vader be the cameo? We're like, these are cool. But then Laura and I locked eyes, and we just knew. We were like, holy shit, what if we do Shane again and tell Shane that Brian is attending a Dirty Dancing camp? So we did, and Shane ate it up. He was just like, "Wow, man, I can't believe these camps exist." And it was like, great. Cut to a couple months later, now it's my turnaround. I obviously know what's going to happen, but what I did not know was going to happen was that Shane was going to go off the sauce and get straight, and he was a dick in the best way. He was literally like, "You're going to do the Dirty Dancing dance? I don't think so, hotshot." I'm like, you've never seen a picture of me. You don't know what I can do. He's right, obviously, but like, it was awesome.
Sober Shane was a different character.
Yes, a different beast. And I think he may have started to catch on. Like, I feel like I remember this Dirty Dancing camp 3 times in less than 1 year. But anyway, this year we moved on to a little more, I don't want to call it necessarily sentimental, but we went to a different phase where we were doing records for each other. So Laura, one of her favorite movies and fictional bands are the Wonders. So we did the record for, and now I literally forgot the name of the movie. That Thing You Do. Yeah, That Thing You Do.
The Oneaters.
Brian, the Oneaters. Brian, we were like trying to figure, like, is it going to be goofy? Like, it had to be something fun. Couldn't be insulting. Like, you know, it wasn't going to be something like bad, but we were like, what can we do for Brian? And like some indie rock band, he'd probably appreciate that, but like, what's in our wheelhouse? So we stuck with a movie soundtrack and we did Detective Pikachu. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my turn. I've been patiently waiting several days with this very cool wrapped paper right here. I told Brian and Laura things specifically not to get me.
Yeah, now you have to know.
I remember having a conversation with you while you were like trying to figure out what to get me. And I was also fishing about what I might want to get you in London.
Yes. Yep. And I was like, literally, y'all, I was like, I just want to make sure you know, do not get me this. And I know that by me saying, do not get me this may spark interest for you to get me this.
Before you even told us not to get you Avatar, I wanted to get you Avatar because I know how much you hate Avatar. So now the question is, were we nice?
It also could have been,
or
Yeah.
Were we naughty?
were we naughty or nice?
I'm trying to be like, listen, I got you things that you would appreciate.
Did Brian really appreciate Detective Pikachu? I don't know.
I mean,
we
he
almost
loved
ended
the
up
movie.
with the same record.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So I'm going to open this up. I can't wait. Regardless, if it's Avatar Way of the Water, because just to throw a curveball at me, I'm okay with it. And I will cherish it and keep it, even though I will definitely give you side eye. All right, y'all. Let's see what we get. And I did say earlier when I was like, is it a gift of something I would like or not? I saw Brian's face. So I do feel like there is some sort of gag element to whatever this is. But I could be wrong. All right, here we go. He looks so like unsure. I don't even want to like look.
Well, I told him we decided what we were buying, but I bought it, so maybe I switched. He could not know.
I don't want to look till I get it out of here. I don't want to look. All right, here we go.
I wrapped it very well.
Wouldn't it be funny if it wasn't a record?
I know.
I dig it, y'all. All right, cool. Deadpool, Wolverine, the 2 LP vinyl with the different tones, colors on it. Sick. That's cool.
I haven't seen the movie, and I was looking at the songs that were on it. I was like, oh, this is an awesome soundtrack. Like,
yes,
really good. Yeah,
it kicks ass.
Yeah.
I love that there's literally like The Greatest Show performed by Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, Zendaya on this. Lady in Red, like I'm With You performed by Avril Lavigne.
Yeah,
you're the one that I want. Yes,
so good, so good.
I literally like. Did they end up Iris from the Goo Goo Dolls? No, this is a fucking awesome. Good riddance time of your life. Like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
No, this is awesome.
I forgot how good that movie's soundtrack was.
Yes. Glamorous by Fergie. Shit.
It's our favorite.
Power of Love. Yeah, no, this is nasty. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I have to say that I'm glad that this tradition started for doing different things each year for my birthday, so I never have to be part of the brainstorming of what the new tradition will be.
Yeah,
I just go along for the ride after you guys decide.
I love it. All right, we've been chatting like almost 25 minutes now. Let's jump into what we're all doing here today, right? We are getting back and we are watching. We figured coming back in, we're going to watch something that is a classic-y sort of movie or a highly regarded film. I don't know if I would say it falls in like the full category of like classics, but it had a pop culture, big pop culture thing, a kind of boost when the movie came out. So I'm going to tell you what the movie is really quick. And then I'm going to tell you about this special thing that I concocted for it.
All
that
right.
I concocted for us.
I see what you did there.
Okay.
Yeah. We are watching Paul Thomas Anderson's 1997 classic Boogie Nights.
Whoa.
Okay.
Boogie Nights. Brian, do you know anything about Boogie Nights?
Not a single thing.
Oh, I love that.
Love that for you. I'm going to tell you, I asked you for some very specific details before we started this chat, or when we were chatting earlier. I didn't actually give a shit about your favorite toy.
I didn't think so.
I needed a very specific thing. I needed your middle name, and I needed your street you grew up on. Now, if you were a child of the 80s
Well, why
and 90s,
did you send me a separate text asking for my first dog's name and my mother's maiden name?
That is going to go into what came out of this. No. I also asked for your social security. You were reluctant. I don't know why you didn't give that to me. If you were a kid of the 80s and 90s, there was this thing where you came up with your porn name. Your porn name was your middle name and your street, the name that you lived on when you were a child. Okay? So I took our porn names and I fed them to ChatGPT and asked them what our signature move would be.
Oh.
And I've got some things to tell you all.
My street name is a very good one for this.
First off, mine as well.
Okay.
Let me introduce myself.
Okay.
Friends, My name is Michael Maple.
Okay.
My signature move is the sticky situation.
I knew it was
Now let me read the description. A finishing move so sweet and smooth, your co-stars will never see it coming until it's too late. Always leaves them stuck thinking about you.
Oh my God.
Now, let me introduce to you Marie Longhollow. Marie's signature move is the deep whisper.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't rush. She echoes.
What does that mean?
A slow, hauntingly hypnotic technique that leaves everyone wondering if they just dreamed it or lived it.
That is
I
not
definitely
where
I clipped on that one.
I definitely didn't think that's where it was gonna take Long
Yep.
Hollow, but I like it.
Now,
Okay.
let me introduce to you Mario Feeding Hills. He brings the flavor. Here's his signature move, the full course. He starts with a little tease, the antipasto, works his way through every sensation like a 5-star tasting menu, and finishes with a bang so satisfying you'll need a nap and a smoke, even if you don't smoke.
I love how it's like this Italian fuck's probably gonna bust out the gabagool.
This is where it gets even better.
Oh, there's more?
Yes, I didn't expect this, but ChatGPT comes up right after and goes, so, do you want a duo move with Michael Maple? So I obviously said yes.
I am literally crying. Oh my God.
So, presenting the tag team you never knew you needed, Michael Maple and Mario Feeding Hills. Signature duo move, the syrup and sauce. They come in hot, one sticky sweet and the other rich and savory. Michael lays it down slow and smooth while Mario brings the heat in waves. By the end, everything's glazed, dazed, and deliciously out of control. Their catchphrase, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, we always deliver. And then the finale. It says, do you want to throw Marie Longhollow into a trio move next?
No.
And I said yes 1,000 times yes. So,
oh my God, I'm sweating.
Introducing Michael Maple, Mario Feeding Hills, and Maria Longhollow, the signature trio move, the Hunger Games. First, Michael sets the tone, warm, golden, and irresistibly sticky. Mario slides in with bold, saucy precision, serving course after course of no-holds-barred flavor. Then Marie takes over, slow and hypnotic, pulling the whole thing into a deep, sensational, spiritual or spiral that has everyone begging for mercy and a second round. By the time they're done, the room's a mess. The cameras are sweating and someone's yelling, "Cut!" But nobody wants to. The catchphrase, come hungry, leave hollow.
Oh no.
That was I was in the middle of drinking, taking a sip when Laura, when yours came up, when I was about to take a sip of something and I looked and it just said the deep whisper. I was dying. I was dead.
Oh my God. So, I think Brian's is my favorite with starting out with the antipasto.
Oh, I know. That's literally, it's like in parentheses. It's like he starts with a little tease, parentheses, the antipasto. Then he works his way through every sensation like a 5-star tasting menu and finishes with a bang.
Mine just made me hungry. Like
That's
it's the least sexual of the three. It's just like, hey, you want to eat some antipasto?
Oh my God.
It's amazing. So now that we came up with this thing, Brian, do you now have a little bit of an idea of maybe one of the themes of this movie? What we'll be diving into?
I think when you first said it in my head, I said I knew nothing, but the image that came to mind, I think, is not this. I was thinking of Saturday Night Fever. I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
I was gonna go in that direction.
That is a different film.
Not so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that now. I think I haven't seen that either.
It is a classic. It's a good one.
I still feel like it's gonna be disco-esque. Like,
okay,
I feel like this is like
time frame
disco era. It was the 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, cool. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I
have you not seen this either?
I have not seen this either. I only know that the only thing I knew was that it was about, I think, a strip club or
We'll get into that. I'll take your guesses in just a minute on that.
Sure.
Tell me where you think this might take place. 70s, 80s, small town, big city, east, west?
I think a city. Either like New York or maybe like LA, but maybe more like San Francisco.
Cool
vibes. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Okay, Bri, how do you feel about that?
Trying to think. I feel like I was gonna guess more warm, like Hollywood.
Okay, or like Miami,
West
maybe?
Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Miami,
so Hollywood / Miami. Bring the heat.
We're covering all our bases.
Yeah. The only place we haven't really got to is New England. So okay. Awesome. So with the name like Boogie Nights and us picking our learning our new porn identities, what's this movie about?
I can start since I kind of was saying already. I think it's around a strip club. I'm pretty sure. But I don't know if it's a male strip club or a female strip club.
Okay.
I'm not positive. I think we're going to see a lot of drug use. If it is in that like 70s, probably a lot of cocaine happening.
Cool.
That's the feeling that I get. And probably a lot of like I was getting a Sopranos vibe of there's kind of like some sort of mafia type group then gambling
right,
like smuggling money sort of things. Okay. Yeah.
Right? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I was kind of thinking the same thing. I think we're still going to see some like regular. I feel like with Boogie, I feel like you're definitely going to see some like actual just like disco, like club stuff. Like not just a strip club. I think there's also going to be some like actual disco dancing. I think like the soundtrack is probably going to be pretty good. I think someone will have a gun. It'll be like that will be a big deal, and then there will be cool cars. I think cars will be important.
Maybe it's like a disco club, and then there's a hidden strip club in the back.
Ooh.
Or something.
Oh.
Yeah, molding these ideas together.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who is in this movie? And I will tell you this, if you don't know, you are going to recognize a lot of people. This is like, there's a lead actor, but this is an ensemble cast. There is a ton of people.
Okay.
1997.
97.
I know one person, so I can give that and see if that sparks any other ideas for us. So I do know that Mark Wahlberg I think he's the lead. Is he the lead?
Yes, he is the lead.
Oh, but now that's making me think, is it like Boston with his Boston accent? I didn't even think about that.
regardless, it's going to be a very confused way that he speaks.
Yeah, okay.
Very questions on all normal statements.
So now I'm trying to think of other people. You guys know that I'm bad at this, of like actors and time frames of who was popular.
Yeah.
I have nothing. Nope.
That's okay. That is
I'm ready to like point them out as we watch and see who we who we know.
All right. Brian, any random wild guesses? I'll tell you this, Brian, because Laura, not that I didn't want to withhold information, but I just know you're not as into Marvel.
Nope.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4 people who have gone on to do Marvel related projects in this.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
One has been in a lot of Marvel. Two have done their roles only once, and another one has been in one and then reprised their role fairly recently.
Robert Downey
Jr. 4. That's an interesting.
I was gonna guess Robert Downey Jr.
That's all I know.
Right before he like dropped out for a bit, right?
Yeah.
Well, so that's true. So I will say this. Robert Downey Jr., this person has been around since Robert Downey Jr. Has been in Marvel. So yeah, it could be Robert Downey Jr., could not, but it is. They've been in a lot.
Okay.
I'm just going to say RDJ for now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, this next question is going to maybe make you think differently what you think the movie is about.
Okay.
But I'm just going to throw it out there. What do you think the main character's porn stage name is?
Oh. It has something to do with his member. I'll say that.
Okay.
Because that is the one part of this movie that I do know, is that they show it at some point, and it is very large. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. I want to know if it's.
We will.
No, I never knew if it was like really him or if it was.
No,
it's prosthetic.
Not.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
No, there's no way he could be packing that heat.
Okay.
Unless they cast Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, right. I don't know how that guy walks.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, what?
I'm gonna say like I feel like it's probably something corny if it is set like back in the 70s, 80s. I feel like it's probably something like Hung Harry or something. Just like
I fucking love that.
Very simple. Yeah.
Harry.
Yep.
Fucking amazing.
Yep.
Brian, what is our main character's porn stage name?
I'm gonna go off of Laura's. I think it's just Big Jack.
Big Jack.
Big Jack. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. They were trying to be discreet.
All right, now I have a more serious.
That did change my thoughts on the.
Oh, you want to change your thoughts a little bit about what the movie's about? Okay, go for it.
Now I feel like it might actually just be like a studio, and now I think it's definitely in Hollywood, but I think it's like just a porn studio, and it's them like.
I'm like, let's just watch porn together, guys.
Finding talent.
Yeah. Hollywood porn.
I think it's just porn.
I will give you the warning. There is a lot of gratuitous
lots of boobies
stuff in this movie. All right, so Brian says Hollywood porn studio changes his thing. Okay. All right, now this is an actual question about the cinematic effect of the movie. Okay. There is something that normally happens in all movies, pretty much all movies, that does not happen in this movie. It's part of like a very standard process about how a movie goes through its acts. Like there's, think about plot and how things move. There's, there's the intro, then there's the problem, and then there's the solution, ABC, there's things like that. But there's something that generally it's usually important for a movie to go through to have this happen. And it doesn't really happen in this movie. What do you think that might be? It was done on purpose.
I'm wondering if there's no really main conflict, and it's more of just a day in the life of maybe there's so many little things happening that are entertaining that there's not one big problem that needs to be resolved.
Almost like a bunch of shorts that kind of meld together or something like that. It's like everybody has a little story. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The irony of this movie not having a climax. That's what I'm hearing.
I love that. There's no intro. There's no foreplay.
Yeah.
They just actually, I was going to say they just jump right into it. That's what I was going to say, but okay. How many puns can we get out of this?
We'll get a lot. I promise you we will. All right. So, Brian, that's what you're saying? No climax?
Yeah, no climax.
Okay, cool. Now, this is a question. Laura might have more of an idea or a slight memory. How big is it?
I think I already said it's big, right? You want specifics?
You say it's big.
Inches.
Right.
Okay.
No inches.
Okay.
I don't have that exact.
I don't either.
Yeah, just tell me when to stop.
I don't.
There you go.
See, no, not to. I've never seen the movie, but I've definitely looked it up online of that clip of the movie.
Yep.
But it was years ago, so I don't.
Yep.
Yeah. It's impressive.
Yeah. I don't have the exact answer. This was more of a silly thing. I just wrote to the knee.
Oh no, it's not like that. It's still realistic. It's still believable.
All right. My last question for you all. Was this movie nominated for any Oscars? Do you think it got nominated for any Oscars based on what we believe this film is about?
I think so.
Or did it just have a big following?
I think it got nominated. And it was probably shocking that it did. Maybe for the score or
okay. Cool.
Maybe the cinematography or something.
Fair.
I think it would have to for us to be talking about it. Based off of even if we're remotely close, I can't see a movie like this being something that we'd just know the title of and would be this important to watch if it didn't get some sort of Oscar nod.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. That's all I have on the questions. Do you have any final thoughts you want to throw in here?
I don't think so. I'm excited to see who else is in this movie because I have absolutely no idea. And 1997 doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was. I honestly thought the movie was from the early 80s. So.
Oh yeah, this is a 97. All right. Well, in that case, I guess we can watch the movie. So I think we should come hungry and leave hollow.
His music is not what I was expecting for it to start off.
That's Luis Guzman.
Yeah, but that's what the fuck is his name?
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, yeah. And
and that's Julianne Moore. Who's that?
Oh my god. Wait.
John C. Reilly?
Both of them.
Yeah.
And who's the other? What's his name?
John C. Reilly and Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
William H. Macy, baby.
How did I not know any of these people were in this movie? If I was rich, I think I would decorate I would have one house that was just decorated like it was the 70s.
Really?
This vibe is so cool. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I love the vibe of it. I feel like I'm watching Step Brothers or something
really.
One of those type of movies
yeah.
right now. It's so funny that they're acting nobody else in the world could ever do any of this. Like he's some like magical unicorn. It's a little Saturday Night Fever vibe going right now.
Yeah.
This is the only scene Brian's seen of the movie.
Yeah. Imagine if this was the trailer. You put out a film and you're like, it's called Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
This is the trailer, is a minute of this, and then you come see it and you get everything else.
Now, Brian, I believe a few months back I had asked you and Laura about your least favorite actors, and you said Mark Wahlberg was yours. So this, I was waiting to watch this anyway because this is his highest rated starring role. So I would like to get your thoughts after as well.
Yeah. I mean, so far, I think it makes sense that this is his highest rated.
A lot of support.
Dojo.
Karate feel.
Was he the original from Barbie? Ken? His
right.
Dojo. What was it? Like
oh shit, yeah, he's Ken.
Mojo Dojo House.
Mojo Dojo Casa.
I like simple pleasures like butter in my ass, lollipops in my mouth. That's just me. That's just something that I enjoy. Call me a pervert. But there's one little thing,
That's just me. Call me crazy.
Butter in my ass and lollipops in my mouth.
I mean, I too enjoy one of those. I just won't tell you which one.
We'll never know.
Just like hard turn into a Law and Order SVU episode.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like he didn't fucking know. Come on.
Yeah. It's like if you're best friends with someone who's a pedophile, it's really hard not to know that. And especially if this friendship is over years and years and years and you fly to his island and you have other friends who are friends with this guy. You could not know.
Always at parties together.
And like if that guy had a list of all their friends who were also pedophiles.
He's funding these films for you.
It's probably at his wedding.
Yep.
Probably his wedding. Probably had a few presidents' weddings.
I wonder what they use when they're acting and they have to like snort stuff. Because it looks like they're really doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like anything is bad.
Yeah, like nothing can
that
be
you're
good.
supposed to snort. Right? I was like, oh, maybe it's like powdered sugar or something, but like that's got to be bad.
Still not good.
Yeah, it can't be good for your lungs.
So they are typically using a powdered form of vitamin B.
Okay.
It's safe to ingest and doesn't cause a burning sensation in the nose.
Good to know.
It can actually be used as a cutting agent in actual cocaine.
Huh. Well, let's get us all some vitamin B. Do we recognize him?
The guy in the bathroom?
Oh, shit. Alfred Molina?
What'd you say?
Alfred Molina?
Right? Yeah, Alfred Molina. Dr. Octopus himself. All right, and that was Boogie Nights. Marie Longhollow, Mario Feeding Hills. What'd you think?
That was not what I was expecting at all.
No.
Yeah.
I also now feel stupid for asking if it was real or a prosthetic. When they finally...
when you saw the thing a long time ago, you're saying you saw the scene years past.
Oh my God, probably like 15
years
years ago.
Yeah,
I don't know.
not like you watched it like a week ago and you're like,
no. No. So when you see it at the end, I'm like, oh, okay.
But like, that's when you're supposed to see it and you're supposed to say, so that's what all the hubbub is about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you get it. But no, that was...
It's like when you finally see the shark at the end of the Jaws.
Yeah.
Jaws,
Yeah, exactly.
That's a huge dick. Like, that's what you're thinking.
Oh my God.
The best part was he's like 13 inches and Laura's like, no fucking way. And then it comes
like,
out and you're like,
I
stand corrected.
I stand corrected. But no, that was not what I was expecting. That was a good time. Yeah.
A good time. All
Like,
right.
I wasn't expecting it to
Good
be that
time.
funny.
Yeah, it has a very interesting tonal shift. Obviously, we know right when 1980 hits,
Yeah.
then and then it really shifts the fucking narrative. I'm interested also. So you enjoyed it for the most part, Laura, right? I mean,
Yes.
it was funnier than we expected. Brian, what about you?
Yeah, same. I didn't really know what to expect, and like the cast was incredible. Such a
Yeah.
like people kept popping up, and I was like, oh my god, fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely wild. Did you either one of you have any favorite scenes or more memorable moments? Maybe not necessarily. I know we usually say favorite scenes, but if even though there's like a memorable moment that stands out that you enjoyed, definitely want to hear it.
I like when Mark Wahlberg and what's his name when they're being like just being like silly together and they become friends. Not necessarily why can't I think of his name?
Philip Seymour. No, not Philip.
No.
John C. Riley.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not necessarily like one specific scene, but just their interactions together. It really reminded me of watching Step Brothers or what's the one with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell where they're the cops or
The something guys. What is it?
yeah,
The
the other guys.
The other
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
It felt very much like that, and it was really funny. They're really good together.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg surprisingly can handle humor well. But he does the dry
Dry
the
humor,
dry
yeah.
humor, the
Yeah.
like, yeah. So John C. Riley just, it's always I think of John C. Riley mostly as a comedic actor nowadays. I don't see him as many like dramatic things, and he's done like drama. I literally remember him in Gangs of New York. Like he does so many different things.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
Maybe like when they first start talking, it was really funny when he's like, "How much do you squat?" And then he's just like, "I'm gonna do a backflip."
Yeah.
Trying to
See
show
what's
off.
wrong on the jackknife.
Yeah.
Full flip, and then he just back flops.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So good.
Or when he like recites a poem later, he's like, I
Yeah.
wrote a poem, you want to hear it? Like it's so like
Yeah.
they just that whole day was just them hanging out throughout
Yeah.
the
Yes.
entire day.
Yes, becoming besties.
Yeah.
Like literally, the
Yeah.
bees are there, but they will not sting us. Like Jesus. And like I bet you he wrote the lyrics to all of Mark Wahlberg's to Dirk Diggler's music.
Oh,
bet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because he like actually really plays the guitar too and like sings.
I think so. I
doesn't
mean,
he? Yeah.
I know.
I think he
plays
has
the
a
drums.
serious music career.
That's what I think. He
who
might
did?
have like a band, John C. Riley.
John C.
What?
Riley.
I think he might.
I think he has like an album out.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. And not
yeah,
like
he does music.
not like an Adam Sandler like kind of jokey like album, like a legit band.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a Tiny Desk concert.
Oh, really?
That
Oh,
is
I'm
so
gonna
cool.
have to.
Yeah.
I think obviously the John C. Riley interactions are fantastic. I think for me, like, I haven't seen this in a very long time, so there were certain scenes that I remember, like, but I didn't remember the context of a lot of them. So like, when it starts going nutty, I think like
Mhm.
I don't know if I have as many. Like, I think the comedy works really well in this movie, or like the comedic moments work really well. So like all the John C. Riley stuff works for me. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's like something that sticks. There's several scenes that I just remembered before they came up, like, when they were going to happen. But
I also like when Jack finds the other new guy and is doing the exact same thing that he did to. I was gonna say, what's his real name? Eddie. I was gonna just say Dirk, but and he's like sitting him in the booth, giving them the same spiel, and you can kind of see where Mark Wahlberg's character is like, "Oh fuck, my time is up," like, and then he just goes off the deep end real fast.
Yep. Still thinks he's the god of porn.
Yeah. The amount of drugs, though, damn.
Oh man, he just went.
So many drugs.
It just hit him hard.
Everybody though, like, and it's I feel like it's probably not that far fetched for what that lifestyle was like. If you were in that, probably
Sure.
even just like
Mm.
movie star kind of like
Mm.
musician in that era.
Yeah.
But damn,
Yeah.
they were doing a lot.
Yeah. So let's go through the guesses here. So we said, when does this place take place? And you both said 70s, 80s, a city. Nice job.
Yeah.
Said New York, LA, or San Francisco, Hollywood, Miami, bring in the heat. So, you've got the LA, California area really well. It was the 1977 is where it starts off in San Fernando Valley. We said, what's the movie about? And we started off with, it's a strip club, male or female, not sure. Lots of drugs and coke.
Yeah.
And maybe a Sopranos mob or gambling ring racket happening. But there's definitely going to be some disco dancing.
We did get that. Yeah.
There'll be a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
There will be a gun and cool cars.
Yeah.
Maybe the strip club is hidden in a different club. And then we said Hollywood porn studio is where we came back to. And of course the movie, to kind of summarize, about Jack Horner, who's this director, this adult film director. He's always looking for this new talent, and he meets Eddie Adams, who is working as a busboy. Essentially, he's a young, good-looking kid with plenty of libido to go around, and he creates this persona of Dirk Diggler and becomes one of the top people in the industry. And then we see, after drugs and ego kick in, we kind of see what happens to Dirk and those around them when fame kind of is really fleeting. So I said, who's in the movie? And we said Mark Wahlberg and Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. would have been wild in that movie.
Yeah. So Marky Mark, definitely. Julianne Moore, Burt Reynolds, Louise Guzman, John C. Reilly, Don Cheadle, Heather Graham, William H. Macy, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Thomas Jane, Alfred Molina, like so many. Names. Yeah,
we were like three-quarters of the way into the movie, and then more people kept popping up.
Yes.
Wait, there's another one.
Yeah.
Yes. We said, what do we think our main character's porn name is going to be? Hung Harry and Big Jack.
Yeah.
And we got Dirk Diggler.
I've definitely heard that so many times, but I can't think of where I've heard that.
Yeah.
But that's funny. And I probably had no even thought that it was related to like porn at all.
Yeah, right. It's just that that weird sounding name. It's like Peter Parker or Peter Porker. So I asked you, there's something that normally happens in all movies that doesn't really truly happen in this movie. What is it? And we said, there's no main conflict or no climax. You're kind of on the right path with both of them. It's a third act thing that typically always happens in movies, where there is no true character arcs in this film. And what I mean by that is, instead of following this template of having characters change and be different people at the end of the film, which is a big thing for your main character in movies to happen, there's usually an emotional change or a physical change that they grow. There's a growth, whether or not it's good or bad, but there's usually an arc in films. It's usually like the golden rule. We need to care about your character, and they need to see growth. So apparently PTA really just was like, doesn't really happen here. I don't really want it to happen here. He went against the grain, essentially. He told IndieWire in 1997, he said, everybody is the same. Maybe if there's a change, it's like 1 degree. Normally, you see a 90-degree change in a movie. To me, they're all pretty much the exact same people as they were at the beginning of the movie. So in his eyes,
I don't know, though.
There's no change in character, maybe change in some part of it, but like Dirk Diggler, first line that he says is that he's going to be, one of the first things he says to himself is, I'm going to be a big star. Last thing he says is, you're a star. It's like he's still in the same mindset of where he wants to be. Julianne Moore, we don't think she changes much from the beginning to the end. Jack, he goes to a down moment but comes back to the same point when he meets up. So it's there are degrees of change, but not as big of a character change that you typically see in movies.
I guess the only one that I was thinking of was the one that had the baby and then they opened the store, but then they're still all hanging out in the same house about to probably shoot like a porn any minute. So I guess there's really not much. You're having your baby swim in the porn pool.
Yeah, in the porn pool. I love it. We said, how big is it? And we didn't get a definitive answer from either of you. I wrote to the knee, but 13 inches was the quote. And then I asked, was the movie nominated for any Oscars? We said, yes, we believe it was nominated. It was nominated for 3. Did not win, but it was nominated for supporting actor for Burt Reynolds, supporting actress for Julianne Moore, and original screenplay for Paul Thomas Anderson, which is pretty cool.
I think that all makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, just a couple other facts and questions I have just from the end of it. Marky Mark was not the original choice to play Dirk Diggler. What other leading hunky boy was considered for the role of Marky Mark, or for the role of Dirk Diggler? Not Marky Mark, but like for Dirk Diggler.
Hunky boy. Okay.
Hunky boy. He definitely wasn't as fit as Marky Mark in '97, or really now, but he's a hunky boy.
I'm Googling hunky boys in 1997. the result I get might be 90s.
Brad Pitt.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
George Clooney would be
Leo.
too old.
What'd you say, Brian?
Leo's too young here, right? Leo?
It was Leo.
Really?
Oh. Leo.
Fresh after Titanic, baby. Yeah. They wanted
Leo,
after
Titanic.
Or just before or just after, because Titanic came out in 97, so it was 98. Yeah, I don't remember if it was 97 or 98. But Leo was
see him doing a good job. That would make sense. Yeah. Yeah,
he had done some other, even though, he was, like I said, a skinny boy, he had done some dramatic stuff at that point too. So they think he could handle it. Burt Reynolds famously hated making this movie. He was an A-lister in the 70s and 80s in Hollywood, and he was not fond of doing a movie set in the world of porn. He was eventually convinced to take on the role after several attempts to land somebody else. They actually Warren Beatty, Sidney Pollack, Bill Murray were all offered this role, but all turned down the part.
Jesus.
Yeah. During production, Reynolds famously clashed with PTA, nearly getting into a physical altercation on set.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. The first assistant director wrote a book about it, wrote an oral history on Boogie Nights. He stated Burt was frustrated because Paul was not allowing him to do any free takes or improvisation. Reynolds, who would later win a Golden Globe for the role and nominated for an Oscar, did not change his mind when he saw a rough cut, but he eventually warmed to the film after it received stellar critical reception.
Well, yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, he was like, I guess this guy actually knew what he was doing. Yeah. And the final fact I have for you, Marky Mark kept the prosthetic. Mark Wahlberg kept his prosthetic. A year or two ago, he appeared on Late Night with Seth Meyers, and when they discussed the delicate process of making the organ, and he revealed that it's actually the only prop that I have ever kept from a movie. I didn't think there would be much interest in it, but maybe at some point I can sell it at an auction for charity. Good for you, Mark Wahlberg.
I was gonna say, it's not like they're gonna put it in like a movie museum somewhere to be displayed. Can't really do
you never know. The Academy Awards now has an Academy Museum, and they take like famous things. So maybe, but
big
Probably
old
not.
dick in
Yeah,
there.
right?
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
the dick of Dirk Diggler.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Can I
yeah,
what was
go
this
ahead.
Next
movie?
to Nosferatu's.
Yeah.
What was this movie rated? Was it R?
R. Yep.
That's kind of wild. Like that was pretty
Yep. Well, so the interesting
graphic,
thing about
not graphic, but like realistic.
sure, there's certain rules that I specifically know about, like the MPAA and about their rules. Like when it comes to sex, you're not allowed for a man is not allowed. You're not allowed to see
Like
a visual more than 4 pumps by a man. Like if you do 4 or more, then that immediately goes up to NC-17. You're not allowed to see organs in action.
Okay.
That is not allowed. So there's certain things like that, but yeah, no, honestly, it seems, I'm sure it probably got an NC-17 cut and they had to cut back a little bit or things like that. But what I remember noticing about the movie is like for all the sex scenes, it's usually like a waist high shot, or there's never really any movement. You just see like Marky Mark like squinting his eyes and pretending looking like he's actually in pain.
There's a lot of
most
faces.
of the time.
Yeah.
Like I was like, why is he blinking so much? Does he get sweat in his eyes, or like I don't know, but
Oh
yeah,
my
there's
gosh,
not
you know what was so funny when they were doing that like buddy cop kind of porn?
Yes.
And he was like, "Tell me who did it." It's just like, "No." And he's like, "I'll make you tell me." And then
he just starts sucking on its titty. Yeah.
It was so stupid.
Yeah. That's 70s, 80s porn for you, right? Like,
oh my god,
badly written dialogue. And
yeah, I did not expect to laugh that much during this movie.
I was shocked that you laughed at so many things, like the I'll make you, and then you just started like cracking up. I was like, yeah,
so corny.
Yes, so weird. All right, well, with that, let's roll out that old doof meter and see what we got. So the doof meter, if anybody remembers, the doof meter is our patented movie rating system. It's a 1 through 5 doof rating, where 1 is yeah, it's a movie, and 5 is holy shit, I'm a doof, should have seen this shit earlier. And that's what we got. So let's wheel that thing out here.
Is yours better? Do you have it or do I?
Oh,
Brian has it.
some jingle ball doofs.
The balls are perfect.
That was the most suggestive item I could
appropriate.
find.
Yeah, it's very appropriate. Very timely.
Oh, awesome. You know what I have?
Uh-oh.
Well,
that'll close
Oh,
it off.
no.
Mine doesn't make noise, though,
I swear
so
to God.
I apologize for the listeners that you won't be able to see what the hot dog.
I was on the edge of my seat.
Yes.
I was like, what on earth?
I was like, Laura's not gonna get too personal. What do we got? Like, yes, a little hot dog. All right. So I will start with Laura. What would you give? Oh wait, do you and Brian need to like write yours down or have it in mind to see if you're on the same page or not?
I don't have anything to write down, but okay. I'll just go. I have a feeling we'll probably be fairly close on this one. I am going to give it a 4.5, I think. Maybe even a 5. I don't know. I'm going to stick with 4.5. Just because purely like the amount of people that are in it was, I don't know how I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
Or knew that these people were in it. There's a lot of references that I've heard in other things that were from this movie that now make sense. It was just, I think I would probably watch it again because it was entertaining, even though it was a bit of a long movie, like 2.5 hours. It didn't really feel like it. It was entertaining the whole time. Yeah, I liked it. Good one.
Awesome. Brian, what do you think?
I was going to give it a 4. So we're pretty close.
Yeah.
I think that like, for all the same reasons that Laura said, I don't disagree with any of that. I think the only reason why it doesn't like go a little bit higher for me is just I don't like, it's just not a movie that existed in the back of my head. Like there is nothing from this that I could have guessed or would have known without the hints that we got. Like I absolutely would have gone into this thinking it was very similar to Saturday Night Fever or something, some sort of like American Graffiti but with disco vibe sort of thing. And it like yeah, I mean it was just, and it was interesting that it held my attention because there really was like no plot. Like there was plot, like stuff happened.
Yeah.
There was no like all right, these characters need to do this thing, so here's the
Yeah.
journey that they're on, and then you
Right.
get to the end. It is just like scene after scene after scene of just things happening to people with no real thing that happens at the end of it. And it like does a really good job at that, because normally I don't actually give a shit about, like I needed to have like a point, and there was no point to this. But I do think it was, think it was like a really well executed film. Like every part of people working on it did a great job. And there were so many like dumb little scenes. Like it is way more of a comedy than I thought it was going to be, with like one of my favorite scenes, I think, is just this dumb little clip of Reed doing a magic trick to Don Cheadle's character. And he's like, aren't you worried about the evil spirits or whatever? And he's like, they both just keep not hearing each other. Yeah, I'm confused. Like it's just a good little like scene of them like that was like a sketch. That was like a joke sketch that could have been on like SNL or something.
Yeah, it feels like
it was a good film though.
Yeah, it feels like the writer was just like down of all these random funny things. It's like, how can we fit this into the movie? We're just gonna throw in a bunch of random shit.
Louise Guzman answers the phone, and it's Julianne Moore's son, but he's using her real name. So he's like looking, and he's like, "It's your mom." He puts the phone down. He literally says to Don Cheadle, "Watch the phone," and Don Cheadle just goes, just stares at the phone. It's those little things, right? Those little moments. William H. Macy just keeps walking in on his wife, and it's so there's no like shame on her end, and he just, eventually, obviously not in a funny way, but he snaps eventually. And Laura called it and one thing I do want to point out here about this movie is I don't know if he tried to on purpose, but it's almost like Paul Thomas Anderson tried to out Martin Scorsese, the amount of long shots in the movie without a cut. There were so many, like from him the walking. Opening. The opening scene of the Boogie Nights logo into this, the following into the club and down to the seat and the chair going around, all one shot. There's the shot of William H. Macy walking to find this, to the countdown, to the shots, to the, so many long shots and one shots in the film, just to show this stylistic approach. And also I think it's to keep you, the viewer, in the time frame. And I think that's one of the things that's exciting about the movie, where you say this is a long movie, but it held my attention also. Like you were saying, Laura, is like when you're part of a scene and it keeps going, that's real life for us. I walk over, I walk upstairs, I go to, the only time I get a cut is when I close my eyes and sleep. That's when life cuts for me. So like being involved in those moments, there is a bit of real world and tension building. Sometimes it's interesting. And you were even saying with the scene with Alfred Molina, where you're like, the tension went on so long that it dropped off. And now I was like, what is going to happen? Is this going to actually end? There was a shot in that scene where the music came on for Jesse's Girl, and Marky Mark literally just stares and and you just see a couple emotions hit him. He's like this, and then he does that whole like, I got a headache, and does that weird thing he does with the mouth. But like, there's just a lot of interesting shots in this film.
It definitely keeps your attention. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm really happy.
I liked that shot because there was there's a weird moment in it where at first I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, why is it stopped on him? And then I was like, oh, I've definitely been like at a party before, and that's been me. Like, even without any drugs, just like, there's too much stuff happening, so I'm just gonna zone out and like disassociate with what's happening. And that's what it like kind of felt like for a moment. And it, like, to your point, like for the rest of the shots, it's following around Molina, and then
Yeah.
it focuses in on him, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm him right now.
Yeah.
And also I've been him.
He's
at
like
parties and stuff. It
reevaluating
was
all
just-
his
it
life
was a cool shot.
choices. Yeah.
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 I'm really happy. I didn't think, honestly, it's, when we watch a movie where we don't really talk much throughout the movie, and I always check, I look at you both, and like, I can, when it's like, if someone's looking at their phone more often, you're like, all right, this isn't connecting, and that's fine. That's, that's the, but like, I honestly thought, I was like, I feel like they're going to be like, this is going really long. Like, this is too long. And so it makes me happy that you both agreed that this was like a 4 plus for y'all. Cause yeah, it definitely has moments that hit pop culture, and it was all the rage back in 97, 98 when it was nominated. I remember they even made a joke. I don't remember if it was the MTV Movie Awards, but they like made a gag that they like nominated the Mark Wahlberg's Member for like something, and they had a little dick.
I remember that.
They had a little dick in the chair with a top hat on.
Yes.
And like, and a bow tie. And like I remember like just there was Dirk Diggler, and like there were so many things that went on from the movie. So dude, neon, this is like an actual fact, neon signs like had an uptick like at Spencer Gifts and shit like that around the time this movie came out.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yep. So definitely a cool thing. All right, we can wheel out that doof meter way now.
Get your balls, Brian.
There we go. I heard it. Beautiful. Beautiful chimes in your hands. Yeah, and that's what I got for us for this time around. It was so awesome just hanging out with y'all again.
Yeah, this was really cool.
If you remember your spiel for the end, it's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Like big beautiful balls in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to see something wonderful behind the jeans of our website, go to realdoofs.com and check out all of the previous episodes. And if you haven't followed us on social media, you should do that, because sometimes we post when we drop episodes, and
sometimes we don't.
For you to know. And sometimes we don't, and that's okay too.
But
and that's
mainly
at Real Doofs on most social medias.
Yeah. And I would just say, if you're interested, come hungry and leave hollow.
Be our new tagline.